The eternal purpose of the continual practice of living life fully and loving life unconditionally is to allow and then cultivate a life experience in which your own life, including what you considered yourself to be, slowly dies away. What remains is God energy. This God energy manifests in an ever-changing form that is the new you. The new you is no longer governed by all the data from perceptual experience or by your unconsciousness. Neither is it any longer governed by the unconscious opinion of others or by the institutions they have created. The new you as a field of life is governed only by the law of the highest good, based on unconditional love, acceptance, and peace and compassion, which is the true law of God. Life allows an infinite number of life forms to exist and evolve simultaneously. All have the perfect experience necessary for the evolution and transformation of unconsciousness into a higher field of relative consciousness. All happens in a state of complete order and harmony, whether we perceive it or not. Even though we are beset with our constant ignorant resistance, life is eternally patient beyond our comprehension. In order that we can observe and appreciate in nature is the nature of life. This order is not hidden, but completely obvious. It's out in the open. When we look at life with life's eye, through our intuition, through the eye of unconditional love, acceptance, and peace, through the eye of God. The purpose of life is nothing other than an eternal, choiceless surrender into an unconditionally loving relationship with the practice of life. Never again do you need to concern yourself with the outer influences of this world, or try desperately to accommodate all its never-ending needs and desires. Nothing quenches your desire anymore except the practice of life. You've given up the endless attempts to find happiness in superficial, temporal pleasure that cannot withstand the eternal test of life or provide any kind of peace. You dedicate yourself to living fully and loving life unconditionally for eternity. You've taken your hands off the steering wheel of life. You feel free. What anyone thinks about you or your practice of living and loving life is of no importance to you. The opinions of others are irrelevant. You practice for yourself, for the highest good of everyone else in a space of unconditional love and gratitude. You practice for life itself, for the unconditional love of God to which you have bowed in choiceless surrender for all eternity. Remember, you're not a servant, you're not a slave, you're a servant. It is all you need to know. The perceptual events of this world no longer control you or you them. They do not dictate who you will be, who you have been, or who you will become. You let everything go. Release it all in an act of choiceless surrender. You are in this world, but you are no longer of it. You live in an inner space full of peace. You are at peace with all possible outcomes of life. Each day you grow more peaceful with every opportunity life brings you. You encounter any one of an infinite number of possibilities with peace, joy, and trust. You realize that you are a part of a mystery and you embrace mystery. You feel eternally grateful for the wisdom life bestows upon you. Your whole being is open to whatever God and life brings. You suppress nothing, yet your emotions and the emotions of others no longer control you. You are free to be and do whatever life asks. Free to serve life in whatever ways you are instructed from one moment to another. You have a bodily form, yet relatively speaking, you are undefined. You are everything and nothing all at once. You are everything God asks of you. You are ready to serve the great master of all eternity. As infinite potential, you are ready for miracles to come through you. You are limitless and unbounded. You are one with all those around you. You are aware and those you are aware of and those you are not. As a child incarnate, you are one with the universe for all eternity. Now it is enough for you to be present and prepared to love unconditionally. Hear that. Now it is enough for you to be present and prepared to love unconditionally. It's enough. You no longer need to fix anyone or anything. As a result, you bring peace wherever you go. You no longer need to judge anything or anyone. Your only tool is unconditional love, acceptance for all parts of yourself and everyone else. And it is enough. Compassion is the only state of being you will have available when you see others resisting life's divine order. It's the first thing you'll have is just compassion. Yet you won't blame them for getting in their own way. Feeling bad is no longer in the highest good, and feeling good is always a result of balance. Death is a momentary occurrence that you love and embrace, allow and accept. As you let go of loved ones, you accept the truth that life and death happen every moment, eternally. Karma fades into forgiveness, and forgiveness morphs into unconditional acceptance in the moment. Evil becomes obsolete because it is nothing more than unconsciousness and ignorance in disguise. You recognize them as an amazing opportunity for growth in conscious awareness and a dependence on God's divine order and grace. Life becomes an opportunity to experience everything in a space of complete peace, love, and acceptance. In this place of deeper and deeper peace and surrender, you become the infinite, peaceful observer of God's divine order. You become a spectator to the greatest miracle of creation, life. I have found that one of the greatest gifts that the practice has given me is it has resolved my past lives. And it's resolved my past life. I am only what I am in this moment. I am the I am in this moment. What I was means nothing. Who I was means nothing. It was a perfect moment that led me to this moment. I am not a slave of who I was or what I did. There is no need for me to remember it except fondly. There is no reason for me to hold myself hostage to it. It was the mother and father moment that birthed me into this moment. I do not need to live in that space, nor do I need to be a slave to it. I serve this moment with all my heart right now. This brings to a close the classes of the practice formally. However, we are all in this class every moment of our eternity. Just know now when you leave here that without a doubt, you are in a loving classroom. You are not ever being taught unnecessary lessons. You are never being punished. You are only being lovingly corrected into a higher space of consciousness in which, to some degree, your suffering will cease. You know how much it means that all of you have come and been a part of this with me. We have created a permanent record of a way of living that works for people that are ready for it. Without you, it wouldn't have happened. So I thank you all for being a part of this. I thank you all for being a part of my life at this time. I thank you all for being present with God enough to know that this was something that you needed to do. And I ask you all to go out and be that presence in the world, one moment at a time, with no expectation and no anticipation of reciprocation. Just go and be the presence of love and truth and watch the miracles happen. Thank you all for coming.